This is a CBS News special report. I'm Scott Pelley. Hillary Clinton is about to speak for the first time about the news today that the FBI has reopened an investigation of her emails. Here she is now.
Are significant or not. I'm confident, whatever they are, will not change the conclusion reached in July. Therefore, it's imperative that the Bureau explain this issue in question, whatever it is, without any delay. So I look forward to moving forward to focus on the important challenges facing the American people, winning on November 8th, and working with all Americans to build a better future for our country. Thank you.
Mrs. Clinton, this is going to make your campaign so much harder, isn't it?
Have you or any of your advisors heard from Comey or anyone else at the FBI today? And are you concerned at all that these new emails that they say they've found will in any way reveal classified information that you sent or received?
No, we have not been contacted by anyone. First we knew about it is, I assume, when you knew about it, when this letter sent to Republican members of the House was released. So we don't know the facts, which is why we are calling on the FBI to release all the information that it has. Even Director Comey noted that this new information may not be significant, so let's get it out.
Okay. Secretary Clinton, is there a microphone? You have 11 days to go. What would you say to a voter who right now will be seeing you and hearing what you're saying, I didn't trust her before, I don't trust her anymore right now, and they're heading to the ballot box tomorrow?
You know, I think people a long time ago made up their minds about the emails. I think that's factored into what people think, and now they're choosing a president. So I would urge everybody to get out and vote early in all the states that have early voting, because I think Americans want a president who can lead our country, who can get the economy working for everyone, not just those at the top, and who can bring our country together. I offer that. I can do that. And I'm very confident that the American people know that. And we're going to continue to discuss what's at stake in this election, because I believe that it's one of the most consequential elections ever.
Thanks very much. Secretary Clinton, there are some reports that these emails were found on devices that belong to your aide, Huma Abedin, and her husband, Anthony Weiner. Have you spoken to Huma? Was she able to give you any information about that?
You know, we've heard these rumors. We don't know what to believe, and I'm sure there will be even more rumors. That's why it is incumbent upon the FBI to tell us what they're talking about, Jeff, because right now your guess is as good as mine, and I don't think that's good enough. So we've made it very clear that if they're going to be sending this kind of letter that is only going originally to Republican members of the House, that they need to share whatever facts they claim to have with the American people. And that's what I expect to happen.
Okay, thanks very much, everybody.
Thank you all.
This is going to make your campaign so much harder, isn't it?
Same way you did.
Hillary Clinton in Des Moines, Iowa, speaking about the revelation today that the FBI is reopening its investigation into whether classified information was exchanged on the private email servers that she kept while she was Secretary of State. You'll recall that the Justice Department closed that investigation in July with no charges. But today it was revealed by the FBI director that thousands more emails have been discovered on a laptop that was shared by her top aide, Huma Abedin, and her husband. And now the FBI is looking to see whether there is classified information on those emails. There has been no determination on that yet. John Dickerson, our CBS News political director, is with us now. John, Hillary Clinton said to the FBI in that news conference, release what you have so we'll know what we're talking about.
That's right. There was some tension in her response. On the one hand, she was quite insistent, quite urgent about getting all of this information out that the FBI has for the American people. And that insistence obviously comes from the fact that there are 11 days until the election. But then when asked about what a voter should make of all of this as they were trying to make up their mind about who to vote for president, Hillary Clinton said, well, that she thought it was kind of already baked into their decision making and that they were going to decide on a whole other set of terms about who could be better for the better for the country and a better president. president. But those two things are at odds. Obviously, they worry about what effect this could have on people as they try to make their decision.
We also have our Major Garrett, who's been covering the Trump campaign from the very beginning. Major, one of the things that Hillary Clinton said at the very beginning of that news conference was that she expects the result of this new investigation to be exactly like the one back in July, which found that she had been careless with classified information but found no criminal intent. What is Donald Trump saying about this today?
Well, Donald Trump is welcoming the FBI's decision to reopen the investigation, Scott, but up until just last night, he was very critical about the original investigation, essentially calling it a miscarriage of justice, saying that the FBI did not pursue all of the relevant facts nearly aggressively enough, and others in American life who have done, in Donald Trump's words, far less, have been prosecuted to a much greater extent. That has been Donald Trump's continuous criticism of this FBI investigation until today, when this October surprise landed quite welcomingly into his arms and his campaign's arms, and they began to exploit it almost immediately. One thing interesting to point out, Scott, Donald Trump's running mate, Indiana Governor Mike Pence, said today he also wants the FBI to release all pertinent information and do so as soon as possible.
Major Garrett, thanks. Let's go back to John Dickerson. John, October surprises aren't what they used to be. There are more than 30 states voting already. Our latest count is more than 18 million votes have already been cast. What effect is this likely to have?
Yeah, October surprises. There used to be one in October, not an entire month full of them. I think the biggest effect here is going to be, or could be, in terms of Democrats, weakening turnout, just kind of depressing Democrats. Now, as Hillary Clinton said, and as Democrats I talked to today, is they think that people have already made up their minds about Hillary Clinton and the server issue. And so they don't think, they're hoping this isn't as big of a problem. On the Republican side, the Republicans like the fact that this puts Hillary Clinton in the center of the news spotlight on her toughest issue, where when she's explaining herself, voters don't immediately believe her, at least some of the ones that I've talked to. And it keeps Donald Trump out of the spotlight. And they've seen when he's not in the spotlight, reluctant Republicans who think he's too risky tend to drift back towards him.
This was a big surprise today when the letter written by the FBI director went to the chairman of the relevant congressional committees. You heard Hillary Clinton say several times that this was released to Republicans in Congress. Well, that's because the Republicans in the House are the chairman of the relevant committees. John Dickerson, Donald Trump, he's going to make a great deal out of this.
He's going to make a great deal out of it, and he's going to try and tie it to the message he's been trying to end on, which is that Hillary Clinton can't change Washington. And if he's able to do that, Republicans are hopeful that they can turn this into something.
John, thank you very much. Some of you will be returning now to local programming. For others, the CBS Evening News will continue in just a moment. I'm Scott Pelley, CBS News in New York.
For news 24 hours a day, go to cbsnews.com.